Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Last time we went through half of the suicide mission. This time let's see if we can finish it. And yeah, it might end differently than the 0% run. Who knows? We'll see in time. Yeah. So we have still this part of getting to the boss left. And of course the boss itself. I need to use resume to resume from our last checkpoint. There we go. So we know that we are going to fight the collectors here. And so this is not a bad choice actually. Yeah. Let's put on our armor. Shields. And right, we have Slam. Never used that until now. But it might be handy in the upcoming battle.
Enemies incoming!
Alright. Probably use throw a bit more. Okay, we'll go down. The Guardian's a bother because he's not a position I can actually target. Okay, Harbinger is over there. Let's see, can I warp him? Yeah, relatively well.
Enemies incoming!
And the nice thing is that they don't have shields, so whatever damage we inflict stays inflicted.
The dead are useless.
Looks like there are only 2 enemies left. Yeah, Harbinger is a bit more of a pain in this case. Oh, really? Well, that helps. Is there anything I can do about that guy? Not really, he's not affected by any of these.
There is no pain. There is no fear. Under fire.
Or is he? I'm not sure. Oh. Right, this exists. You guys keep those enemies off my back.
Target contact.
I'm just going to deal with the sounds.
Target eliminated. Ready for next target.
Oh. There's a Scion. And no more Scion. And we're done here. That was much easier than the other time, indeed. But I'm low on heatsinks. Should probably restock while I have the chance. It might also be automatically restocked between phases. That's probably the case, but just to be on the safe side. Yeah, nothing else left here, but there's a floating heatsink. Magical floating heatsink. Alright. So, get to the platform, activate it, and let's go.
This is it. All the tubes lead to this spot. Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
The tubes are feeding into some kind of superstructure. It is emitting both organic and non-organic energy signatures. Given these readings, it must be massive. Shepard, if my calculations are correct, the superstructure is a Reaper.
Not just any Reaper. A human Reaper.
Precisely. It appears the collectors have processed tens of thousands of humans. Significantly more will be required to complete the Reaper.
So, interesting fact here. I don't know if this is actually implemented in the game, but at least the intention was that if you do delay getting the crew back, the crew gets more processed and this thing gets more biomatter, making this guy more difficult to deal with. And we already investigated everything, so let's take it down.
It's too big for our guns. Edie, find me a way to blow this thing to hell.
The large tubes injecting the fluid are a weak structural link. Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse, and the Reaper to fall.
Give us a minute, Edie.
Okay. So I think this is where I should start using heavy weapons. Yeah.
Enemies incoming!
Is it?
I will sustain your attack. I will direct personally.
Are the tubes opening? Doesn't look like it, so I should switch back. That's kind of annoying. Ow, stop it. And it's not great that Miranda's out.
Targeting order process. Content inside.
I know you feel this.
But hey, we can actually just make use of all our Medi-gel if we want to.
Assume control of this form.
Good show, Harbinger. Good show. Okay, I think now is the time to switch. Yes. And got half of it. That's not bad. But now got to deal with more friends.
Shields engaged. Unlimited. Target zero.
Oh, come on. This is not great. Not sure what they're shooting here, actually. This is a very advanced type of weapon, seemingly.
Neutralized.
Okay, switch back once again. And that should be everything. But let's switch back to the sniper rifle. proliferation.
Shepard to ground team. Status report.
It's safe. We are holding, but they keep coming. A quick exit is preferable.
Head to the Normandy. Joker, prep the engines. I'm about to overload this place and blow it sky high.
Roger that, Commander. Commander, I've got an incoming signal from the Illusive man. Edie's patching it through.
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
Nope.
I'm not finished here yet. This base is 10 minutes from extinction.
Wait. I have a better option. I'm looking at the schematics Edie uploaded. A timed radiation pulse would kill the remaining collectors, but leave the machinery and technology intact. This is our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
So you want a Reaper? Oh? Nope.
It liquefied people, turned them into something horrible. We have to destroy the base.
Don't be short-sighted. Our best chance against the Reapers is to turn their own resources against them.
I'm not so sure. Seeing it firsthand, using anything from this base seems like a betrayal.
If we ignore this opportunity, that would be a betrayal. They were working directly with the collectors. Who knows what information is buried there? This base is a gift. We can't just destroy it.
You're completely ruthless. The next thing I know, you'll be wanting to grow your own Reaper.
My goal is to save humanity from the Reapers, at any cost. I've never hidden that from you. Imagine how many lives could be saved if we keep this base intact and use its knowledge to thwart the Reapers. Imagine the lives that will be lost if we don't.
Nope.
No matter what kind of technology we might find, it's not worth it.
Shepard, you died fighting for what you believed. I brought you back so you could keep fighting. Some would say what we did to you was going too far, but look what you've accomplished. I didn't discard you because I knew your value. Don't be so quick to discard this facility. Think of the potential.
Nope.
We'll fight and win without it. I won't let fear compromise who I am.
Miranda, do not let Shepard destroy the base.
Or what? You'll replace me next?
I gave you an order, Miranda.
I noticed. Consider this my resignation.
Shepard, think about what's at stake, about everything Cerberus has done for you. You...
Let's move. We've got 10 minutes before the reactor overloads and blows this whole station apart.
And there we go. Part 2. So I can switch to the particle beam again. Probably a good idea, actually, because we have to deal with that guy right away. And this time, let's not waste our shots. I said, let's not waste our shots. Thank you. There we go. Let's not waste the shots. Okay. Switch back. Deal with all the enemies that spawn here. If there are any. Nope. Switch back. This part. This part. Okay, now it's off. Oh, there goes Miranda. as well revive, because that's the last time I will be able to use this efficiently anyway. Okay, where is that guy? Switch back again. Yes, okay. The guy is back here. This is not very efficient. Even still. Like, this thing barely does anything to armor. It's incredible. My sniper rifle probably would do more damage. And he is, once again, in the same spot. Stop moving around. Stop moving around. Okay. That hardly did anything to the guy. But now he might appear behind us. No, not even. Okay, so this is kind of pointless.
Target contact.
Ow. And there's Harbinger. Took a while.
Target eliminated.
Oh dear. That platform got destroyed. And so did Harbinger, looks like. There we go.
Shepard, don't leave me hanging. Do you copy?
I'm here, Joker. Did the ground team make it?
All survivors on board. We're just waiting for you.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation through destruction. must find another way. Releasing control.
Shepard, you're making a habit of costing me more than time and money.
Excellent. Also, still no dress uniform for this. Oh well. Well, spare me the lecture.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. I'm getting a lot of bullshit on this line.
Don't try my patience. The technology from that base could have secured human dominance in the galaxy, against the Reapers and beyond.
Human dominance? Or just Cerberus?
Strength for Cerberus is strength for every human. Cerberus is humanity. I should have known you'd choke on the hard decisions. Too idealistic from the start.
I know what you are, and the price of dealing with you. We do things my way from now on. Harbinger is coming, and he won't be alone. I'm gonna make sure we're ready when they get here. You can fall in line or step aside, but don't get in my way.
You're sure that's what you want? You're taking a hell of a risk, Shepard.
Joker, lose this channel.
And so is the canonical ending of Mass Effect 2. We told the Illusive Man to shove it, and we are no longer part of Cerberus. And also, everyone survived. Well, everyone important anyway. Everyone who's not Cerberus survived, let's say that. Well, I've already given my thoughts on the game, so let me just give some of the thoughts on the additional content that we have gone through since the 0% run. So let's start from the positive. So, one thing that is really cool is Legion. That's definitely the one thing that Mass Effect 2 did really well, and it's great that I managed to show him off in the gameplay itself. Then there were the loyalty missions that we've gone through, and some of them were really good. Like, it's very nice that in Samar's Loyalty we have the possibility of swapping characters, at least if we are good with morality points. In Talos Loyalty it was nice to have more of John Shepard Ace Attorney, and Jack's Loyalty was definitely very story-driven. It was also nice to see that there were conflicts between party members as a sort of additional interaction. And I already said my thoughts on the Lair of the Shadow Broker. Overall it's good, if a bit plot-holy. It's also nice that there were assignment arcs. It's very nice that they're related, even though they are related rather loosely to one another. There's really nothing in this game like the Cerberus arc in the first game. And with that, let me go into more of the negatives. Those loyalty missions that I mentioned were really good, but they are more of an exception rather than the rule. Overall, mostly all the loyalty missions are tower missions, where you have to go from point A to point B to a boss and so on, and nothing really that interesting happens. In a sense, it's padding. It's prettier padding than in the first game, you could argue, that because all of the loyalty missions are at least unique, and you go to unique places with a unique atmosphere. At the same time, I would rather have more open space to explore, like in the first game, rather than just having more of the same enemies to fight over and over, like in this game. So overall, I'd say the optional content, between 0% and 100%, is kind of a mixed bag, and, well, it doesn't really address any of the points that I mentioned at the end of the 0% run. So, yeah. But at least we also get to see the best ending. That's always nice. Everyone is there. Everyone cut ties with Cerberus. And even though we still have an uphill battle to fight, at least we may have a chance. And that is about all that I have to say for the time being. Maybe there's something that I'm forgetting, in which case I might put that into the description of the video. But that will be all for now. Geopolitical Evaluation? That's an interesting name. Unreal Engine 3. But also all the DLC. Which, indeed, you can see that from this point on there's no more music, because the DLC credits were added afterwards. Good job, Bioware. You might be wondering about all the DLC. Actually, that's a lot of people that worked on the Normandy crash site. Wow. And there's Zed. Went through that one too. Seems like there were a few people working on that. Oddly enough. Or is this part of the Zaid DLC? I guess it must be the part of the Zaid DLC. Then that is still quite a lot of people who worked on it. Even though it wasn't even that big. Like, I don't know. The Zaid loyalty mission wasn't really that much, all things considered. The regular tower level. Firewalker. So, you might be wondering, well, we've not yet done some of the Firewalker things, right? It's not like it's much of anything. We've seen most of what Firewalker had. We got all of the upgrades that you can get from Project Firewalker. So we do get the gist anyway. Additional QA, oh man. That's also a lot of people who worked on the Firewalker pack. Weapons and Armor DLC, oh man. There should be a lot fewer people working on that, because there's really not that much to it. Yeah, that's true. Kasumi was quite a bit more involved. I'd expect that more people have worked on that compared to Zaid. But it seems about the same, maybe even less for Kasumi, oddly enough. And I'm seeing the same names also, so a lot of those people worked on just several DLC at the same time. Like all of the Bioware team, EA Canada QA team and EA Madrid. This, however, is something that we have not gone through. We had this Overlord thing, and I never went through that one. Well, for one thing, I don't really like Overlord all that much, that's why I decided to skip it, per se. But there's also another reason. That's also a decent amount of people who worked on it. Which makes sense, because it's one of the larger ones, larger DLCs. Also, Mark Mir is right there. I wonder why. Vorcha, maybe? Or could it be the Hanar? Or perhaps the Volus? Yeah, that is a lot of people. International Development Services. And we also have this. Arrival. What is that about? Well, you might remember that there was this mod of the week that had to do with Arrival, the Arrival triggering mod. It didn't make sense that Arrival would trigger at the time that it did. Well, at least the way that it is programmed in the game. Also, hey, both Jennifer Hale and Mark Mir. Rather, congratulations, you have brought an end to Collector Threat, once and for all. Sincere thank you for downloading and playing Hybrid Combat Modification. Hope you had a lot of fun in your journey through the Mass Effect universe, and it was every bit as great as you expected it to be. But the threat isn't over. Reapers are out there, and they're coming. Your journey is far from over. There is this button. The button Continue. And we are back on the Normandy. Unlike the first game, the second game does not end here. So, in fact, we are not yet done with 100% playthrough of the game. So I will see you all next time, once we go into what is effectively the post-game. Later.